For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. Wow, Russian pilots report close encounters with UFOs during flights. In March, the crew of an Airbus A320 flying from Orenburg to Moscow spotted a red spherical object in the sky with a basket-like structure attached underneath. In recent years, Russian pilots have frequently reported encounters with unidentified flying objects, UFOs, during flights. However, in most cases, these mysterious phenomena turn out to be ordinary weather balloons, meteorological probes, or even debris lifted into the air by strong air currents. Nevertheless, the topic continues to spark interest and even concern among passengers, raising questions about the safety of air travel. What kind of unexplained objects are pilots seeing? In March, the crew of an Airbus A320 flying from Orenburg to Moscow spotted a red spherical object in the sky with what appeared to be a basket underneath. The incident was reported to air defense authorities, but the flight ended without incident and no one was harmed. A few days earlier, pilots of another Russian aircraft, operated by the airline Azimuth, also reported an unexplained object in the sky. During a flight from Penza to Mineralnye Vody, they observed a silvery spherical object. Despite the sighting, no threat to flight safety was recorded. A similar case was reported in late February, when the pilots of an Airbus A319 on a route from St. Petersburg to Chelyabinsk reported seeing a gray object in the sky shortly after takeoff. In addition to visual sightings, pilots sometimes report phantom radar signals. In January, the crew of a UTair Boeing 737-800 flying from Ufa to Surgut observed several unidentified points on their TCAS traffic collision avoidance system screen, even though there were no other aircraft in the vicinity. Despite the anomaly, the flight proceeded normally and landed safely. Are UFOs just illusions or airborne debris? According to Vladimir Popov, a decorated military pilot of Russia, such sightings can often be explained by visual illusions that occur during flight. Depending on the viewing angle, sunlight, or moonlight reflections, pilots may perceive objects in the sky as something completely different from what they really are. He emphasizes that at high speeds, a pilot has no time to stop and carefully analyze what they've seen, which can lead to exaggerated perceptions. Natural phenomena like falling meteors or electromagnetic disturbances can also create optical illusions. Popov does not rule out the possibility that some of these mysterious objects are indeed physical items like balloons, probes, airships, drones, or simply debris carried into the sky by air currents. Do these objects pose a danger to flights? Regarding the potential risk of such objects, the expert explains that it depends on the nature of the object. In most cases, atmospheric phenomena do not threaten flight safety. However, if an aircraft encounters a balloon, probe or other physical object in the sky. It can pose a danger. If such objects come into contact with control surfaces like the vertical stabilizer or ailerons, they could interfere with maneuvering the aircraft. If a solid object like a drone enters an aircraft engine, there is a risk of damage or even fire. However, Popov notes that such incidents account for no more than 2–3% of all airborne incidents. Conclusion: despite the mystery surrounding UFOs, most objects observed by pilots can be explained by natural phenomena or human activity. Although potential risks exist, aviation experts emphasize that such incidents are rare and should not cause unnecessary panic among passengers. Shocking stories from Bulgarian pilots who claim to have seen UFOs. Few speak out, and usually only after retirement. Well-documented and officially recognized cases of aircraft encountering UFOs are far fewer than those that have actually been observed. It is believed that many pilots simply remain silent about these incidents out of fear of being grounded or losing their jobs. Things appear to be quite similar in the Bulgarian Air Force, according to a video from the UFO channel on VBox 7. It's likely that a number of Bulgarian pilots have seen UFOs, but only a few have come forward, and usually not until after retirement. Here are some of the cases described in interviews either by the eyewitnesses themselves or by their relatives. However, none of these incidents have been officially documented or disclosed by the Bulgarian aviation authorities. The case of Lieutenant Colonel Dako Jenkovsky in 1964. Lieutenant Colonel Dako Jenkovsky from the Graf Ignatievo Air Base encountered a UFO while flying a MiG fighter jet over the Rhodope Mountains. His plane literally merged with a bright, glowing object in the sky, causing the engine to shut down. A powerful light engulfed the cockpit. Jenkovsky reported that he couldn't hear any sounds and felt as if there was a magnetic force pulling at him. After a few moments, the light vanished. The aircraft resumed normal function, and he landed safely. But it seemed that for about 10 minutes, he had entered some kind of unexplained void. He reported the entire incident to the High Command, but whether an investigation took place or what came of it remains unknown. In 1966, Jenkovsky encountered another UFO over Bulgaria. He was ordered to fly toward the town of Smolyan at an altitude of 5,000 meters. Upon arrival, he saw a silver object shaped like a trapezoid, which suddenly vanished at high speed. About 15 kilometers from the object, Jenkovsky requested permission to use his weaponry. Just then, the unidentified craft accelerated and quickly moved away. The object was later detected over the Balkan Mountains, 170 kilometers from the initial sighting. Radar systems tracked it over Kazanlak, and finally over the town of Byala in the Rus region. Lieutenant Colonel Jenkovsky retired after 21 years of flight experience. According to his wife, he remained a firm believer in the existence of UFOs until the end of his life. More sightings years later, in 1993, another Bulgarian pilot, Captain Petrov from Graf Ignatievo, also reported seeing a UFO in the sky over Sevlievo. Another sighting occurred in 1998. In 1995, according to retired Colonel Gancho Kamenarsky, A special unit was allegedly formed at the BBC's headquarters to investigate UFO incidents. To this day, the activities of that group remain classified, as do the reports from Bulgarian pilots who encountered unidentified objects in the skies over Bulgaria.